Yo, we live. B Marsh Boxing. What's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing back at it with another video. So, George Groves has officially retired from boxing. You know what I mean? Former WBA super middleweight champion. You know what I'm saying? A guy who held, you know, he held at least one of the WBA belts. He held 25%. A quarter, 1/4 of the heavyweight. I'm sorry, the super middleweight titles. You know what I mean, with the WBA belt. Well, after a long decade of boxing, the man has retired. You know what I mean, and George Groves, man. You know, at least the man real he became a world champion. You know what I mean. Two great fights with Carl Froch. You know what I'm saying? The first fight, was controversially stopped. It was leading on my card in the second fight till he got caught in the ninth and got his leg folded, his body folded in Wembley Stadium in front of 80,000. They actually paved the way for these massive big fights in Wembley Stadium. George Groves and Carl Froch did, you know what I'm saying? And got to give him his props, you know what I mean? The first fight with James DeGale could have gone either way. I thought DeGale slightly nicked that fight. I wasn't mad at the decision. I thought eventually, sometime down the line, they'd have a rematch, you know what I mean? But they didn't, They didn't have a rematch, you know what I mean? Maybe if George Groves stuck around in boxing and awaited the winner of DeGale versus the pay-per-view, DeGale versus Eubank Jr., maybe, that ideally would have been a nice final fight for him. Win or lose or draw, at least, silence the critics and really try convincingly show the fans who really won that fight. You know what I mean? George Groves even fought guys like Glenn Johnson, you know what I'm saying? And, Badu Jack. I mean, he's had a good career, you know what I mean? Martin Murray, before he became a world champ, beat that Fedor Shudanov guy to become a world champ, you know what I mean? He eventually lost to Callum Smith in the tournament in the final round. No shame in his game, man. He's lost to a bigger, taller, stronger, hungrier fighter. You know what I mean? Younger dude, So, congratulations, man. George Groves had a good career. It'd be a damn shame, if he didn't realize his potential or reach his potential to become a world champion. You know what I mean? Like unlike a guy like Martin Murray, who's had numerous world title opportunities. I thought he beat one of my favorite guys of that era, Sergio Martinez, but he didn't get the W in Argentina. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately for him, but George Groves finally became a world champion, and that's why I know he retired because he did what he always wanted to do, realize his childhood dreams, you know what I mean, of becoming a world champion at super middleweight. So congratulations to George Groves. He had a good career. Is he Hall of Fame? Nah, he's not a Hall of Famer to me, but, neither is, Nigel Benn and what's his name? And Nigel Benn and Eubank Sr., they not in the Hall of Fame yet neither, you know what I'm saying? I think they deserve to go in. Those two guys from, you know, Nigel Benn and Eubank. But I think this guy's resume, maybe if he had beat guys, and I thought he beat Badu Jack, matter of fact, you know what I mean? I thought even though he got dropped in the first round, I did think he beat Badu Jack. He ain't get the decision. He ain't beat Carl Froch. Those kind of victories right there would, give him a claim or a case to be on the Hall of Fame ballot, you know? What's up, Warren Meteoris? He says, big ups to you, big man. Thanks for coming through. George Groves, man, that last fight of his career, coming off that shoulder injury after beating Eubank Jr. in the tournament, he was looking it was I was skeptical if he would win the fight, but I did pick him to win, you know what I'm saying? Because really and truly, Callum Smith didn't look spectacular in the tournament, into the fights leading up to the George Groves fight, you know what I mean? But he turned it up. He turned up on the man George Groves and beat the shit out of him, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Congratulations to George Groves. Had a great career. And if this is the last we'll have heard or seen of him in the ring, thanks for all the memories. B Marsh Boxing, I'm out of here. Peace.